Hey guys, how you doing? This is jpsarrireviews coming to you once again with another video review, and I want to talk about the Marita map, the new map for Battlefield 5. It just came out 2 days ago. I had the opportunity to play with the map for a few hours, and I have a lot of mixed emotions, so I want to share that in this video. There's a lot of great things in this map, don't get me wrong, but there's also a lot of things that I'm still not fully satisfied, and it goes back to a lot of issues that happened with the game. So let's start with the good. I would say that this is the first map, a full conquest mode that has no vehicles, which is a big plus because if you love the more PvP type of gameplay, you know, infantry type where you only play in against another player, you're fighting against another team, it really plays well like that. I really enjoy that part of the game. The map, I think it fits that much better. So in many ways it feels a lot like Metro from Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. So there's a lot of infantry. So if you like the fast-paced battles, more vertical style of gameplay, definitely this is the one that it's really up there. So I think that's great. So no vehicles, so you don't have to worry about it. It's just more about, you know, team skill and how you can progress throughout the map. It is a great map for SMGs, MMGs, and LMGs, so you're gonna get to see a lot of that. So definitely it's a great place for, again, for fast-paced movement. Another thing that I enjoy about this map is the environment is beautiful. Definitely the colors are nice. There's a lot of detail. You can see, of course, the sunset, and there's a lot of detail, and it's definitely one of the most beautiful maps in this case for Battlefield 5. Again, it's a very cool gameplay, so there's a lot of uphill and downhill battles. So there's elevation changes throughout, which is always good. I like that because it really changes the pace and makes sometimes, I would say, things a bit more difficult, but also more enjoyable. And another great thing I like about this is that this map gives you the opportunity to do a lot of flanking in some parts of the map. Like in the Akibaba map, the one that was in Turning Tides in Battlefield 1, which I really enjoyed that map because of that. So if you're trying to go through point A, it's not really working out, you can go through point B. So definitely it's good if you have a I would say a well-trained team. Definitely they can get a lot done. Again, it is fast-paced, and that's another aspect. If you are a fan of Battlefield 3 and 4 Metro, this is definitely the one. It's perfect for shotguns, mid-range sniping. So it does have a good range of options. So it is a more complete in that sense for infantry. You can get to really shine with some of these guns. If you're good and you want to specialize in certain type of guns like shotguns, definitely this is a perfect map for that. Now the bad, and this is the part where I found myself very conflicted with this map. It can get really chaotic, particularly in the middle of the map. It really can get choked down. It's definitely hard sometimes to really move forward, and it has to do with a lot of factors, particularly if you're playing with new players. They don't people that do not know or not familiar with Battlefield, they can really give you a hard time. And if you have an untrained team, an undisciplined team, it can really be really difficult. And it goes back to a problem that, you know, Battlefield has had, at least Battlefield 5, and is the lack of a team balance system that really allows you to put you in, I would say, with teams that really are under your skill level. So technically it's like it's a pool where everybody is put into, and of course you're chosen through that. And if you're working with a lot of people that do not know what they're doing, they're very undisciplined, they run to the fire, then you're gonna have a lot of problems. Another problem in this map is the camping. There's a lot of camping here, and it has to do a lot with the poor visibility, something that, you know, in this case Battlefield has been trying to correct, but in this map is worse, and it has to do with the colors. Yes, the environment is beautiful, the color palette is good for, you know, what they're trying to represent, but it allows for a lot of camping. It's very hard to distinguish sometimes the landscape from the players from the opposite team. and it really gets, it is really annoying. It really gets really bad at times. Also, because of the way the map is developed, there's a lot of smoke and there's a lot of flying debris, and you're gonna get hurt by it time and time again, and it can get really annoying. And it has to do with that, you know. It's because the center of the map is very narrow, and everyone is fighting for that specific part. So, you know, you're gonna see people throwing all type of grenades, smoke grenades, and it's going to be really chaotic and difficult. And again, if you have an untrained team, it's going to be a challenge just to win the spot. Another problem that the game has, and it's something that has to do particularly with the entire battlefield, is the spawning. Something that is an issue that has been, you know, for quite a while, something that they haven't really corrected, and I think is, instead of getting better, it's getting worse. You know, there's a lot of problems. Like when you try to get back on track, let's say you get killed and you want to spawn again. Sometimes you choose your spawn place, or you know, your flag, and all of a sudden you actually spawn way behind, and you have to regain momentum. You have to go, you know, go back to the pretty much to the fight scene, and it's just definitely hard and difficult just to do that. And in the sense that, particularly in a type of gameplay that this is this map is promoting, which is fast paced, you know, timing is important. So you're unable to get back on track. And of course, if you have a really bad team that they don't know what they're doing, spawning with them is always difficult. This is one of the things that I hate about Battlefield 5, is the spawning system. It's not well, I would say, applied. It's not well executed. It needs some tinkering to get better at it, because it definitely really kind of robs from you the ability to really fight for a point. To fight for your spot. It's like you have to kind of, you know, run, you know, if you get killed, you have to go back, and then you have to restart again on the way back to the flag. It's just, it's a lot of time that is wasted just doing that, and definitely needs some work. And not just that, because of the way that the gameplay is set up in this map, sometimes you win a flag, and all of a sudden there are people behind you of the opposite team. So definitely, I think that they need some retweaking. They try to make it as fast as possible. In many ways, they try to copy Call of Duty, but they're not doing as well as Call of Duty. And you know, when I play Battlefield, I want to play Battlefield. I don't want to play Call of Duty. Although, you know, Metro has a lot of Call of Duty, I would say, DNA in it. You know, I want this to be fast, but not to the point that it's just not, it doesn't feel like Battlefield. In conclusion, I would say that I do like the map, don't get me wrong. I was having a hard time with this map, particularly because I was trying to level up with some of the weapons that have been used in the games, and definitely that kind of hurt the experience, because I was using guns that I'm not really familiar with, and you need some guns here that you are particularly fond of, or you are very experienced with, because it is really fast paced. You have to think on your feet, and definitely this gameplay of this map plays like that. I think the biggest problem with this map is some of the technical issues in the game in general that really hurt the experience. In my opinion, it's better than the Allison Dan, although Allison Dan, of course, we just recently got just the small version of it. But really not by much. It's better. It's a bit larger in scale, more complete than Allison Dan, but I like it a little more. I think Mercury is better. I prefer Mercury because, of course, you know, it's more like a Battlefield style. You also get tanks and planes, so I like that, you know, all-war experience than just this, which is just infantry. But if you really are looking for infantry action just for PvP battles, definitely this is something that will be better. And in my opinion, I think the more I get into it, the more I'm going to like it. But my first impressions are not as good with the map itself. And I would say it's just more my experience, but definitely it depends a lot on you and the play style that you choose, and also the team that you're playing with. So you're playing with friends and you know what you're doing, you're going to have a good time. If you're playing with a lot of strangers that do not know what they're doing, it definitely is going to be a pain in the butt. Well, that's just my opinion. But what do you think? Have you played it? Are you planning to play it this weekend? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about the map. Do you like it? Or you just think that, you know, they didn't do it right? Let me know, again, in the comments below. So take care, my friends. God bless, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.